I'm Michael Chitwood, and we are going to talk about 7 important things that every minister and pastor and even church leaders should know. These 7 important things are going to change the way that you operate your church, and then you'll know that you're in compliance. Let's begin. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that each minister and Christian worker that meets the requirements are allowed to receive a major tax benefit. And that benefit is called a housing allowance. Many of you have heard that for years, and I've taught it all over the nation now for 50 years, I guess. And ministers seem to don't understand how housing allowance, or what people call parsonages or manse, actually operate. I'm going to explain that to you in this today. First of all, you need to know a few facts about housing. Number one, housing allowance cannot be received unless a person receives a salary. It is not proper for you to receive all housing allowance without taking some salary from your ministry. That's a violation. Number two, you cannot receive and offset your housing to your secular job if you're bivocational. Number three, your housing allowance must be in relation to about 50% of your compensation package. Now, please note that the IRS does have some way to vary that just a little bit, depending on the state and depending on the cost of that home in that state. But you do not want to get too aggressive on that. If you do, you're going to find out that you're going to wind up getting yourself in trouble. Number four, you can't receive any housing allowances or love offerings or things of that nature if you're receiving any type of disability benefit checks. There's one exception, and that is veteran disability is exempt from this process. And the last thing, you cannot receive a housing allowance from the church if you live in a parsonage. On the next program, I'm going to be talking to you about the 12 things that you can take that will make up your housing allowance. This is Michael Chitwood, and this is the IRS Clergy Tax and Law Compliance section.